So imagine in the space in front of you are Buddhas and Bodhisattvas seated on thrones, teaching the Dharma to living beings, and they're dynamic, made of light. And you develop a sense of trust or faith in what these figures represent. And they represent freedom from our habits. And because we don't want to suffer personally and we don't want others to suffer, then we're ready to change our habits. And these are the beings who can help us do that. So we develop kind of faith in them. And we imagine that we're surrounded by living beings and we're leading them in the practice. So we're taking responsibility to lead all living beings through this short purification practice. And then we recite the refuge prayer. Zung Yue Jodan Zogi Jonam Janju Bordu Dani Gabzu Chi Dagi Janzo Gibe Sonam Joda Benju Zung Ye Jubar Jo Zung Ye Jodan Zogi Jonam Janju Bordu Dani Gabzu Chi Dagi Janzo Gibe Sonam Joda Benju Zung Ye Jubar Jo Zung Ye Jodan Zogi Jonam Chanju Bordu Dani Gabzuchi Dagi Janzo Gibe Zona Pi Jola Pinjer Sangye Jupa Shon. And then we develop a sense of regret for the negative actions that we've accumulated over time. So negative actions are actions that ripen in suffering for ourselves and others. And then regret is just wishing that we hadn't done it because we understand the natural consequence of these actions. And then if you have a mala or the prayer beads, then you can just think, I regret doing that, I regret doing that, or I regret doing this, or I regret doing this. So you imagine that you're kind of taking responsibility for all the killing you've ever done, and stealing, and misusing your sexuality, and lying, and harsh speech, and divisive speech, and gossiping, and ill will, like malice, and covetousness, and wrong views. And you think, I regret doing all these things because they're natural consequences, suffering for myself and suffering for others. So it'll just take a while to kind of generate a sense of regret. And then think, above the crown of your head, seated upon a lotus and moon seat, are Vajrasattva father and mother. Their bodies are white, each has one face and two arms. He holds a door jamb bell, and she a curved knife and skull cup. They are embracing each other. The father is adorned with 6 mudras, the mother with 5. He sits in the Vajra posture and she in the lotus. Vajrasattva is your root guru, the holy mind of all the Buddhas, the Dharmakaya, who out of unbearable compassion, which embraces me and all other sentient beings, appears in this form to purify yourself and all others. On a moon disk of Vajrasattva's heart stands a hum, encircled by a garland of the 100-syllable mantra. A powerful stream of white nectar flows from the hum mantra garland, and you are cleansed of all sickness, spirit harm, negative karma, and obscurations. Vajrasattva SAMAYA MANUPALAYA Vajrasattva DENOPHA DIDO ANURAKTO SARVA SHRIYAM MAHA BHAGAVAN TATHAGATA MAME Vajrasattva SAMAYA MANUPALAYA Vajrasattva DENOPHA SUTO SHRIYAM KURU TATHAGATA MAME Vajrasattva SAMAYA MANUPALAYA Vajrasattva DENOPHA ANURAKTO TSAME SHRIYAM KURU Vajrasattva SAMAYA MANUPALAYA Vajrasattva DENOPHA Vajrasattva SAMAYA MANUPALAYA Vajrasattva DENOPHA ANURAKTO SHRIYAM KURU SARVATATHAGATA VAJRAMAME Vajrasattva DENOPHA ANURAKTO SHRIYAM KURU SARVATATHAGATA VAJRAMAME Om Vajrasattva SAMAYA MANUPALAYA Vajrasattva DENOPHA ANURAKTO SHRIYAM KURU Vajramame Vajrasattva SAMAYA Vajrasattva DENOPHA SHRIYAM KURU Bhagavan Sarvatagata Vajramame Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA ANURAKTO SHRIYAM KURU Bhagavan Sarvatagata Vajramame Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA ANURAKTO SHRIYAM KURU Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA JINAMEVAVA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA SUPAKAYAMEVAVA ANURAKTO SARVASINAMEPIYATSA SARIKAMA TSAME SHRIYAM KURU BHAGAVAN SARVA Vajrayana Asmaya Zavaham Deyam Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA SUPAKAYAMEVAVA ANURAKTO SARVASINAMEPIYATSA SARIKAMA TSAME SHRIYAM KURU Bhagavan Sarva TATHAGATA Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA JINAMEVAVA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA SUPAKAYAMEVAVA ANURAKTO SARVASINAMEPIYATSA SARIKAMA TSAME SHRIYAM KURU Bhagavan Sarva TATHAGATA Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA JINAMEVAVA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA SUPAKAYAMEVAVA Sarvasinamepiya Sarikama Tsutame Siddhim Kuruhum Bhagavan Sarva Om Asmaza Om Deyam Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA JINAMEVAVA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA Siddhim Kuruhum Bhagavan Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA JINAMEVAVA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA Siddhim Kuruhum Bhagavan Sarva TATHAGATA Sudhakayamevava Subhakayamevava Anurakatamevava Sarvasinamepiya Siddhim Kuruhum Sarva TATHAGATA Vajramana Sarvajabhama Vajrasattva DENOPHA JINAMEVAVA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA Sarvasinamepiya Sarikama Tsutame Siddhim Kuruhum Bhagavan Sarva TATHAGATA Vajramana Sarvajabhama Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva DENOPHA JINAMEVAVA SUDHAKAYAMEVAVA Sarvasinamepiya Sarikama Tsutame Siddhim Kuruhum Bhagavan Sarva TATHAGATA Vajramana Om Vajrasattva 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 From the crown of your head, Guru Vajrasattva says, son of the race, your negativities, obscurations, and broken and damaged pledges have been completely purified. Think, before Guru Vajrasattva, I vow never again to commit those negative actions from which I can easily abstain, and not to commit for a day, an hour, or at least a few seconds those negative actions from which I find it difficult to abstain. And then imagine Guru Vajrasattva accepts your request, your resolve, like your promise, and dissolves into light, descends to the crown of your head, to the third eye region, filling your body with a white light, purifying all the negative karma and obscurations created by the body. Descends the throat, purifying, filling your body with the red light, purifying all the negative karma created with speech. And then descends to the center of the chest, the heart region, filled by the blue light, purifying all the negative karma created the mind. And imagining all white, red, blue all at once, purifying all negative karma created with body, speech, and mind. then imagine you arise, and all beings arise crystal clear, totally purified. There's not a hint of suffering anywhere in the universe. And then think, the one who's purifying, the action of purifying, the purification created is empty of inherent existence. And then we can dedicate the merits. And so we dedicate our merits to the long-wise spiritual masters. May we never be separated from them. May we always see the best in their qualities. May we always serve them to the best of our abilities. May we never be separated from teachings of Lama Tsongkhapa. And then, of course, all the other schools, Sakya, Nyingma, Kagi. We never be separated from the path of renunciation, bodhicitta, the pure view on emptiness, and 2 stages of tantric practice. May all the environmental problems of this earth instantly cease in order that those who practice the Dharma may continue to practice in peace. Those who are about to begin practicing may begin in peace, and those who get to hear of the Dharma may hear of it in peace. May all those that think about us, remember us, dream of us, speak to us, hear our voices, see our bodies, see our images, speak our names, touch our bodies, like us, love us, hate us, hurt us up to the point of killing us. May they never be born in our realms. May they meet qualified Mahayana teachers and friends, and may they become Buddhas in that very instant. So we can dedicate that in any way that someone interacts with us, whether they make an offering to us, whether they despise us, whether they hurt us, whether they kill us, whatever, however we're treated by beings. May it always be a cause for their enlightenment. May it always benefit them, just interacting with us in any way. So may we become like a holy object, essentially. No matter how they interact with us, it will benefit them. So may we become like holy objects. And may all wars, fighting, famines, pandemics, oppressions, discord, all these kinds of things, may they instantly cease in this very moment. And may all non-human beings that suffer, may they be released from their suffering immediately. So animals, hungry ghosts, hell beings, gods, demigods, long-lived gods, may they be free from every kind of suffering and become Buddhas in that very instant. May all beings have their basic needs met. You know, food and shelter and medicine and companionship and all those kinds of things. May all beings have exactly what they need. And if I have the opportunity to help them in some sort of practical way, then may I not hesitate to do so. And then may all the spiritual wishes of beings come into fruition. So may people go on retreat and become nuns and monks and build holy objects and work at Dharma centers, meditation groups, and memorize things and debate things and learn and all the kinds of things that you can do in Tibetan Buddhism. May all the goals of beings occur without any obstacles. And if there's any sort of practical way that we can help those beings accomplish those things, then may we not hesitate to do that. And may all the institutions that support human development, Dharma centers, groups, you know, may they have every resource that they need to function and help beings. May they have all the money they need, all the people they need, all the praise they need, all the buildings they need, whatever they need. May they have exactly what they need in order to benefit beings. And if I can help those institutions in some way, then may I not hesitate to do so. And then thinking about all the beings who died during this 30 minutes, who found out they're dying, who've begun the process of dying. So because, you know, this is in the news a lot. So I think of, you know, all the COVID patients, or, you know, patients with COVID, and all the other things that happen to people, cancer and different diseases and everything, infections, HIV, anything. May they become instantly well, if that's possible. And if it's not possible, then may they transition peacefully into death, into the Bardo state. May they become enlightened in the Bardo state. And if that's not possible, then may they be reborn human, be qualified Mahayana teachers and friends, and become Buddhists in that very lifetime, in that very instant. And then we represent people. So we know specific people that are suffering. Marriages fall apart. People are sick. People don't have resources they need. They're afraid of certain things. You know, we represent those people because maybe we're the only people that even know. So we can make our own kind of silent special dedications for all the people that we can think of that need extra support. And then at the very least, no matter what happens to us, whether we become Buddhist or not, whether we maintain that identity for our lifetimes or not, at the very least, may we have warm hearts, courageous hearts, able to express and receive the warmth from others. Kind hearts, patient, just all these kind of universal human qualities that make for a good life. May we have all those qualities, and no matter what happens to us. Okay, it's 8:29, 8:30. Thank you very much. Have a lovely week.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. You're so welcome.